You are listening to El Podcast, the Eli Castro Show. I am Eli Castro.
And I'm Emeline Ramos.
So we had, again, another fun week.
We did.
Your sister came to visit from Chicago.
She did.
I was stressed out for a while.
Why were you stressed out?
Well, because it was the first time we ever had somebody stay over besides my son.
I know.
We just moved into a new apartment.
I know.
And her and I don't really get along.
That's not true.
Well, it's a work in progress.
She's just very protective of me.
She's a work in progress. That's what I meant.
Déjala quieta.
Yeah. You see? So she wanted to go to Disney.
Yeah, but so did I.
Yes, you did. You had not gone to Disney since you were very little.
Very, very little.
Which should just count as... People get really technical. I mean, it really was your first time at Disney.
I know. I felt like some people were giving me like a heart layer. Like, really? Your first time? Even my dad. He said, your first time? I don't think so. He wrote that on Facebook.
Well, because as a parent...
He paid for the first trip. He's like, wait a second.
No, I mean, as a parent, if your kid's going around saying, I've never been to Disney and I'm in my 30s... That's, nice and cute for you. But the first question they're going to ask is, oh my God, what kind of parents did you have?
No, Dito, my dad did take us, but we were very young.
Well, then does it count?
I don't think so. I don't remember anything.
How old were you?
Like, I think 3rd or 4th grade.
But that's 10?
Probably. Because my little sister was like a year old.
10 years old and you don't remember Disney?
All I remember is that my little sister, the one that was here, she cried the whole time.
Okay.
That we were at Disney.
Okay.
Because she was like a baby. And then...
Okay, so you're blaming it on your sister.
Yes. And then the other thing I remember from my middle sister is that she was mad that I got a Daisy Duck hat and she didn't.
So one was crying and the other one was mad?
Yes. That's all I remember.
You're like the Puerto Rican Cinderella? Yeah. They ruined it for you?
Yes.
So you don't remember it?
No, I don't.
Did you tell your parents that when you got back? Where you were like, that doesn't count because both my sisters ruined it for me. We got to go back again?
No, how am I going to tell my parents that?
Just like I just told you.
No.
Mira, este viaje, anyway, first of all, I want to say gracias, entre comillas, quote unquote. Pero estas dos, they ruined it. So can we go back next summer and can we find a summer camp for them so that we can enjoy it?
Yeah.
Just the adults in the room and send these two brats at summer camp. Right?
That would have sounded really bad to say, but good idea.
Wow, it would have been good. It would have been good instead of having them two ruin it. ¿Verdad?
They did ruin my first. No, bendito. Okay, they did.
No, bendito. They ruined it.
Yeah, you're right.
Listen, I had my little brother ruin one Christmas for me. I'll never forget it.
Why?
Because he wanted a Walkman. And so Santa decided that my other little brother was worthy of a Walkman.
But not the little one.
But not the little one. Porque siempre hay uno malo, right? Y él era el malo. Él era el malo, right? So Santa said, you're not going to get a Walkman. That's his way of punishing him. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But you're going to get like, something else. So you got like a book,
No. How are you going to give a kid a book?
Ponte a leer. Porque era medio ignorante, you know what I mean? Siempre hay uno. You know that. Siempre hay uno. Siempre hay uno. You gotta, he's the kid that's gotta like read the same page twice. ¿Me entiendes? Porque no le entra. So when he saw what he got, he was okay with it. He was like, okay, I guess this is all I'm worth. Tú sabes, un libro. But then like every kid, you go around doing what?
Looking at what everybody else
Checking out what everybody else got. Yeah. And that's what you're not supposed to do, right? So he went around, and when he looked and he saw my brother got a Walkman, not just that he got a Walkman, my brother opened it and went, He como que pushed to the side like, no, I don't know what
He didn't like it?
I don't even want that. So my brother went nuts.
Oh, I would have gone nuts
He was like, what? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I got a Walkman and I don't get a Walkman. And I'm like, yo, shut up. I'm trying to enjoy Christmas. No, I can't believe it. And I was like, Bobby, please give him a cocotazo, please, or I will. No, I can't. I don't care how many cocotazos you give me. You can give me 1,000,000. And then right before he shut the door, he goes, this is the worst Christmas ever.
Oh, he's one of those kids.
He's one of those, man. So we've always repeated that line every Christmas. If you don't get what you want, you just say, this is the worst Christmas ever.
And then slam a door.
And then slam any door. It could be a cabinet door. It could be whatever door. Just slam a door. So you went to Disney.
I did.
For the first time.
I had a great time.
For the first time ever.
Yes, for the first time.
As an adult. And you quickly regressed. I think you were like 12 by the time we drove up.
Man.
and then you went down to 5 by the time we went through security, and you were like 3 when you saw the castle, right?
That's about how it worked. Yeah.
And I didn't. You didn't warn me, but I quickly became the parent.
Oh, I know.
I was the one that had to go. Okay, let's go this way. Come on, stay focused. Stay focused. No, we're not gonna get anything. No, do not get any ideas. Okay? No, ven acá.
But it's hard to control me because I have the credit card. So I was like, bye, see ya.
So the first thing you wanted to do was, of course, you had to get your ears.
Yes, I got my sparkly ears. They were gorgeous. I love them.
Okay.
Can't wait to wear them again.
Yes, and I had to get a hat.
Yeah, I told you that you need something. Either you get a hat or I pick out ears or a funky hat for you.
I got a hat quick. I think your sister wanted me to wear a goofy hat.
Yeah, she did.
And I'm like, come on now. Come on now. Do you hate me? Is it that obvious?
She doesn't hate you.
I didn't want to get ears, so I got like a baseball cap with a little Mickey drawn on.
It was perfect.
And then we took off.
Yeah.
Right?
We didn't know what
packed.
we were doing. It didn't seem that packed, but
Weather was nice.
weather was beautiful.
It was not too hot. Not too many kids crying, which was nice.
Yeah. Is that I'm so used to crying babies all day?
Oh, you're a pediatrician.
Yeah.
Well, you should be more sensitive
I'm like
to that.
immune to it.
Or immune, like you tune it out?
Yeah, I kinda tune it out.
I don't tune it out. I'm very aware. Like if I'm on an airplane and there's kids screaming and crying, I'm just like, you know what? Bump my flight. Just
Can I
put me
sit
on another
anywhere
flight.
else?
No, put me on another flight. And I'll go to another airport. Es que no me gusta. I'm sensitive to that. I'm sensitive. Because I don't get so mad at the kids as I get mad at the parents. Que yo no lo oyen. And they're just like, Timmy. And Timmy's like, Timmy.
Did Alexi cry when he was little and got on planes?
No, pues ese nene mío, ese nene puede hacer lo que le dé la gana.
No. Sí, ahora, the
Ese
different
nene
story
puede
now.
hacer lo que le dé la gana y que se atreva a alguien a decirme algo para que tú veas. So we walk into the park and you have this agenda for all the rides that you want to get on.
Right.
And we walk around. I think we first hit Buzz Lightyear ride or something. And I think the wait time was like 60 minutes.
Right.
And you guys are like, nah, let's just keep walking. Again, I'm not really into rides or parks or nothing like that. I don't like the crowd. I don't like la fila. I don't like long lines. I see a long line and I always go, no vale la pena. You know what I mean? No vale la pena. Let's just go home. But you guys weren't having that. So then we go by and you guys go, oh my God, we want to go to Space Mountain. Oh my God, Space Mountain. Oh my God, Space Mountain. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we get there and the wait time is 75 minutes.
Yeah.
We were hoping that when they said 75, it's one of those where you get to the front of the line, you go, you know what? Fue rápido. You know, it wasn't 75 minutes. What were they talking about? It was 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 hours. You know, sometimes you get in these lines and you kind of hope that they're bluffing, right? Kind of like when you go to a restaurant and you go, how long's the wait? And they go, 35, 45 minutes. And you're like, okay, no.
So like
So
20
go,
minutes, hopefully.
Sign me up, right? And then 20 minutes later, they're like, table for 2, Castro? You're like, toma, viste, they were bluffing. Disney does not bluff.
No.
If it says 75 minutes, that's 75 minutes minimum that you're going to wait. We were waiting 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 horas. And you know you couldn't be on the phone a lot because you didn't want to kill your battery.
Right.
Right? So we had to like talk to each other. I had to like listen to your sister and I had to look engaging, right? I had to look interested, like, ay, Dios mío. And worse than that was you had to listen to people around you.
Yeah. I think that's the worst part.
And their conversations. And you're like, oh, God, cállate la boca. And you're stuck with these same people for 2 hours. And you finally get to the front of the line. You get on Space Mountain. You get on a little cart. And the ride is 2 minutes. 2. And nobody got out going, oh my God, I want to go on it again. Did anybody say that?
No.
No. You're like, I'm done. 2 horas pa esto, I'm done. And it messed me up. We got on there with nothing, with an empty stomach.
Yeah, we
It
had not
messed
eaten.
me. It was too fast. It moved too much. Mira, pa eso, you could have just, spun me around a bunch of times and punched me in the stomach. It would have had the same effect. I wouldn't have to wait 2 hours. I was so messed up. Because remember, at this age, I don't know what it is, but I get motion sickness really easy.
Oh, so do I.
Like, wait, okay, so you're a doctor. Explain that. Explain why I can't even bend down and pick something up without getting sick. Explain why I can't even like sit on un columpio. Like if I go to a playground, I can't get on the swings. No. I go up one, I come back, and I'm like,
Well, I know that my like vertigo comes from the crystals in your inner ear that have shifted out of their canals.
Wait, why are you talking about vertigo?
Because
did I just describe vertigo?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
That's what vertigo is? I thought vertigo was a movie.
No.
That Alfred Hitchcock?
No.
Vertigo?
No.
Anybody?
No.
Bueller.
Vertigo is an actual condition.
Yeah.
I thought that was just like quicksand. So vertigo is what, doctor?
It's the
You don't even know what vertigo is.
Vertigo is the crystals in your inner ear that shift out of the canals and are out of place, and so that causes like your equilibrium is off. And so in order for you to feel better, you have to do maneuvers to shift those crystals back in place, back into the canals.
Okay, first of all, that just sounded like you made that up.
I didn't.
You were slurring through it. You were looking up at the ceiling. Like did you learn that in medical school? Did you?
Yes.
Well, first of all, when you mentioned crystals, you lost me. Crystals. What? We have crystals in our body?
Yeah, they're in the canals and the inner ears.
We have crystals in our body.
Yeah, little crystals.
Little crystals.
Mm-hmm. Look it up.
No, I don't want to look it up. You went to school for it.
I just told you there are crystals in our inner ears, and they stabilize you. They make you not feel dizzy.
You sound like an infomercial. You sound like you're trying to sell me one of those bracelets you put on, that equilibrium bracelets, the little copper bracelets. And some lady tells me at 3 o'clock in the morning, you put this on, this will balance your crystals.
They're good for you.
There's no way. There's no way that vertigo is caused by the misplacements of crystals inside your inner ear. I've got crystals in my ear.
Look it up.
Don't look impatient with me telling me to look it up. I don't have to look it up. I went to law school. You went to medical school. We're supposed to meet in the middle.
But I just told you what it was.
No, you gave me an infomercial on what it was. Crystals in my ear.
And what happens with this condition, BPPV, there are crystals inside the inner ear that are normally there. Everyone has them.
Oh, okay, that's
And
normal.
in some cases, they break free. And they then can float into one of the other parts of the inner ear, known as a semicircular canal.
Okay.
And that's where they cause vertigo.
So then you're telling me that when I get on a swing set, my crystals come loose? Oh, my God. See? Next you're going to be selling me some vacuum cleaner that never needs to be replaced or changed. Right? It's an infomercial. So after Space Mountain,
yes,
we walked around and you started to figure out how to get a fast pass.
Yeah.
Which was nice. Disney gives you about three. Where you can pick and choose. Ideally, I think the idea is that you use these fast passes on rides that are notoriously known for their long lines.
Yes.
You chose which ride?
I chose Dumbo.
You chose the Dumbo ride, right?
Yes.
Okay. When you said that, I was imagining some crazy ride that was just called Dumbo just because we were in Disney.
Mm-hmm.
But this is an actual kiddie ride.
It is.
It's an actual kiddie ride where you just sit inside of a Dumbo and it's got one lever that goes up or down. Up 3 feet, down 3 feet.
It was more than 3 feet.
That's all it did. And it went around maybe 6 times at a very slow speed. And then the ride was over. And the wait time on that wasn't even that long.
I didn't know. Dumbo's like a classic. So I was assuming that if we got on Space Mountain and that was long, that all the rest of the rides were going to be long. So I wanted to make sure I got on Dumbo.
So we clearly wasted a fast pass.
We kind of did, yeah.
Not kind of did.
Yeah.
Because when we scanned that fast pass, I think the person that was working there was like, yeah, what a waste. I could have sworn they mumbled that. Just really? Fast pass for Dumbo? So after Dumbo, we went on the Little Mermaid.
Yes, the Little Mermaid ride.
And you got a fast pass for that too?
Yes. Okay.
Didn't really make a difference.
Yeah, it really didn't make a difference.
Okay. We got in the Little Mermaid ride, just a typical ride,
Yeah.
right? Not a big deal.
It was like a seashell one. It just went around in like the river.
Again, we're like in Kittyland.
Yeah.
I swear to God, we're in Kittyland. Okay. I don't know where the adults were going, but we were going where the kids were going. After that, you used the fast pass on the Ariel Grotto.
Yeah.
So I thought that was going to be an experience and a half. We waited at least 40 minutes, and you go through this thing until you get to a little room, kind of like when you at Christmas when you meet Santa, and you take a picture with a woman dressed as the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
That's it. You sit there in a shell next to her. They take a picture and you leave.
She's not just a woman. She's a princess.
She's an actress.
She's the princess.
She's an actress who's getting paid.
She's Ariel.
That's all that was. 45 minutes of our life was just waiting in line to take a picture with an individual who was dressed up as a fictional character.
To take a picture with a Disney princess.
Wow. I don't know why they looked surprised when they asked me if I wanted to take a picture. And I was like, nah, I'm good. Because they were like, pero te hizo fila y no quiere una foto. Nah, I'm good. You know, fíjate, tengo hambre, I gotta go.
You're like, I'm here with my daughter.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Esta es mía. I know que es grande y tiene cana, pero es mía. Es mía. And then after that, we got on
The Aladdin ride.
and we used up the last fast pass on
Aladdin.
Right. And again, the Aladdin ride, oddly enough, is just like the Dumbo ride.
Yeah, it
It's
was.
the exact same idea. You go up, you go down, you go around 6 times, you're out. That was a waste of a fast pass because turns out there was this roller coaster, right? The Lo Enanito.
The Seven Dwarf roller coaster.
That wait time on that line, the least we saw was 2 hours.
Yeah.
Straight up.
That's the one we should have
That
used.
one would have been a good fast pass.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I know.
I didn't know.
But we went on Splash Mountain.
We did.
We did.
Wait, did we use a fast pass for that? I'm not sure if we did or not.
I don't know. I remember we got wet.
We got more than wet.
yeah.
We got drenched.
It just happened to be that we were sitting in the front. People, I mean, I've heard of people requesting to sit in the front. I didn't really care to sit in the front. But that's just where we turned out to be. So I said, okay, está bien, vamos pa encima. That thing got going. We must have been on there for a good 5-6 minutes, 7 minutes.
It was a long ride.
Floating around doing nothing, waiting for that big drop. And that 50-foot drop, let me tell you something. We were not supposed to get wet. Okay, I get it. It's Splash Mountain. You get a little splashy here, a little splashy there. Está bien. But when we hit that bottom, after we hit the bottom, I still swear that there must have been somebody down there with a bucket that if we didn't get wet enough, their job is to just throw that bucket. Because I felt like a heavy dose of water. ¿Me entiendes?
Yeah.
Because it was probably like que alguien sale, you know what I mean? Sale, te tiran el agua y se esconden.
They hide right away.
That had to be it. Because I was like, psh, oh, okay, está bien. I got a little. And then it was like.
It came out of nowhere, I felt.
And then what? Now you got to go into the souvenir store and you got to get a Mickey shirt, Mickey shorts, Mickey underwear, right? Because I'm soaked. So then we had to go and get some change of clothes.
Get some Mickey gear.
Yeah, some Mickey gear. We were going to get sick. We can get the flu or
Pneumonia.
Or vertigo con los crystals.
Yeah, vertigo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
My crystals were probably shivering with all that
They
cold.
probably were.
Crystals can shiver. And then the next day, you took your sister to Universal Studios. Mm-hmm. I didn't go. I had other things to do, thankfully.
I gave you a rest.
You gave me a rest porque ya that's too much. So how was Universal Studios with your sister?
Universal Studios is great because it's more like adult geared. There are bigger rides, more to do, I think, for adults like us.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. All of a sudden, you aged.
Yeah,
in
I
that
did.
one day.
Mm-hmm. I was like a teenager then.
Enough of being 3 and 5 years old.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I was like a bratty teenager.
That's the day I should have gone. I should have let you two go to Disney by yourself, and I should have just gone to Universal.
You should have, but you did promise me that you were going to go to Disney with me.
I did. So how was Universal?
Lots of fun. Good weather. The rides, actually, we didn't have to wait that long in the lines. And I didn't buy a fast pass or anything like that, which I thought I was going to need to.
See, you'd think that Universal would be more crowded than Disney, that the wait times would be longer. I just think Disney's overrated.
Yeah, you're right.
I think there's a lot of people from all over the country with kids or all over the world that come to Disney and they have these huge expectations.
Hi there.
But you can't tell me that they don't leave going, that's it.
What to do? Let's think.
It's just the name. They just come because it's Disney.
All right.
But it's crazy expensive.
It is very expensive.
I mean, tickets are over $100.
Oops.
I got them on a hookup though.
Está bien, but it's not like we paid $10 for them.
No, I know exactly.
They're extremely expensive, and everything inside is extremely expensive. I mean, I can't imagine a family of four not spending almost $1,000.
Boy.
Yeah, easily.
Easy. For what, though?
Gosh, I don't know.
These rides have been, they've been the same rides for whatever, 30, 40 years. It's not like they're adding anything new. Why should they? People are still lining up.
Disney should totally upgrade. They make a lot of money.
This time, stand up and really shout it.
Hey, I heard, of course, after the fact, that Epcot, oddly enough, has some really cool rides.
You know what that means, right?
What?
You got to take me to Epcot.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I ain't going to Epcot, man.
Come on.
No, because of course when I go there, there'll be lines with 3 hours long, and eso quita gana. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care how good the ride is. If I gotta wait 2 hours, the whole 2 hours, I'll be like, no vale la pena, tú una porquería, no vale la pena, tú una porquería, no vale la pena. They'll be like, okay, put the bar down. ¿Pa qué? No vale la pena, una porquería, no vale. No vale la pena, una porquería. I'll take off. They'll stop the car. They'll be like, oh my God, that was amazing, and I'll be the only one going, tú no vale la pena, una porquería. You know what I mean? Esto quita gana. It brings out the hater in me.
Typical Puerto Rican hater.
It's just like when we were hungry and we had to get something to eat. The prices are astronomical.
Yeah.
I'll look at my stomach and I'll be like, no vale la pena, una porquería. You know what I mean? A pizza, $15. I'll be like, nope. You know what? But I'm going to go hungry.
But I can't go hungry.
I know, but it's too much. It's too much, man. It's too much. Luckily, my son's not really into that,
Plus, he has a yearly pass, so he can go whenever he wants.
Yeah, but
it's
that's
no
the
big
thing.
deal.
He has a yearly pass. He no va.
Yeah.
He's a homebody, and he's like, we want to go on rides, just put me on your back and, run around the backyard. Do that for 10 minutes and then let's go home and watch TV.
Aw, Goofy. Now it's time to say goodbye.
And that's the Eli Castro Show. Thank you so much for listening. I am Eli Castro.
I'm Emily Ramos.
Remember, for more information, you can look me up on elicastro.com, on Facebook under @EliCastroLive. That's my like page. On Instagram under Elizardi. You can also find Emmeline under Doctora Ramos. Remember, mi gente, life is so much better when you're laughing. Gracias.
Thank you.
See ya real soon.